Hey, what's up, Forum? It's the band Criss Cross, and a couple weeks ago I did a video, maybe even a couple months ago now, I did a video titled This Week in Gaming. And the premise of that video was I'd go over different news in the gaming industry, maybe with a little bit more detail, and just cover things that people might have missed throughout the week, or things that people might be interested in. And it wouldn't be limited just to Call of Duty or even first-person shooters. It'd be anything from PC gaming to RPGs, any news at all whatsoever. And I had every intention of making it a bi-weekly or a weekly series, or at the very least a bi-weekly series, and hell, at least do it once a month. I've done none of those things. It has been a while since I've done one of these videos. I figured this would be kind of the resurgence of that series. I didn't really have the time to capture all the different gameplay footage and edit it all together and do it in the same style as I did the first video. So instead, I'm just going to talk about gaming news over some COD footage in the background. And just real quickly to touch base on this game, this is normally how I play Hazard whenever I play Domination, just because it's not a very good running and gunning map for me. I guess I have tunnel vision or something, but I get picked off by snipers all the time, or just from people lying in wait for me. I just have trouble effectively running and gunning and always rushing on this map. But if I tack on an M16 with an ACOG, I can do work at a distance. So that's normally what I use, and I typically have a lot of success whenever I use this gun. So gaming news. I wouldn't say this is huge news, but it's getting a lot of buzz in the community, especially today. I can't go into too many details because I know a couple of YouTube channels have already gotten in trouble. They've gotten some strikes. And it's apparently Modern Warfare 3 is released, or there's been some leaked information in regards to the kill streaks and the perks. Apparently some guy is a friend of a guy who works in Activision, that whole spiel. So take it with a grain of salt, whatever you read. But yeah, I'm not going to go into detail because I don't want to get the channel in trouble. And even if it was confirmed, I don't really see a point in speculating a whole lot. Because one, it could change between now and when the full retail game is finally released this November. And two, I have no idea how all that stuff will play out. I mean, you can imagine how it might work, but at the end of the day, when you finally have the game in your hand, it could play completely differently. I will say, from what I've heard, I'm not really that excited. If this stuff is true, it almost seems like an elaborate troll, but I'm not crazy about what I've heard so far. But information that I can talk about that has actually been revealed, Battlefield 3 put out two things of information. One, they showed off a gameplay trailer, and the highlight of that gameplay trailer was jet combat. And I don't think they've had jet combat in a Battlefield game since Battlefield 2. It might have been in 2142, but I didn't play that game much. But yeah, they're bringing back jet combat, and it was sick. And I'm not a huge... You've got to be kidding me. Sorry about that, guys. That was the doorbell, and I really don't feel like redoing the commentary because I'm on a roll. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. They're bringing back jet combat. I'm not a huge fan of jet games. But just seeing that and knowing that you can do that alongside vehicle combat and infantry combat is just really sick. It looks really awesome. But keep in mind that that trailer was PC gameplay footage only. So I think there's like 6 jets all flying at the same time. I doubt the consoles will be able to do that. But speaking of consoles, the other bit of information that was released, I think IGN did like a 5-minute or 10-minute walkthrough of the co-op campaign that's going to be in Battlefield 3. And they did that on PlayStation 3, so you get a chance to see what it looks like and how it runs on PlayStation 3. I'm not buying the game for campaign. Battlefield for me has always been about the multiplayer, but it's nice that it's in there. I can't imagine anyone complaining about the fact that they've incorporated a co-op campaign into Battlefield, so I'm definitely looking forward to that. And what else? Oh, PlayStation 3 is doing another price drop. I think they're dropping the price from $300, like their most popular bundle, from $300 down to $250. I remember when that system was first released, man, it was like $600. My brother was like first in line to pick up the PlayStation 3, and it was too much for me. I didn't get it when it first released, man. $600 just wasn't worth it. But when he got it, I remember I played a ton of Resistance. And speaking of Resistance, that game is going to be released early September, I think. What is the date? September 6th is when it's going to be released, and I'm not super excited about it. I don't know. I liked Resistance 1. I played it a lot. But I played the second one. I don't even think I beat the campaign for it. Played the multiplayer for a short period of time, and from what I'm hearing, it kind of sounds like they're taking a lot from Call of Duty. Like they're taking I think there's like a perk system. There's weapons, upgradable weapons and leveling and all that stuff. I know there's 16-player combat. It could be a lot of fun. Let me know if you're interested. But as it stands right now, it's just not a game that I'm all that interested in playing. I think it's the conclusion of the trilogy, assuming that they end it right there. Most games that sell really well, they'll find a way to do a spin-off or something like that. And I guess I wouldn't consider this gaming news, but I'm a geek like this. They revealed what Mr. Freeze looks like in Batman Arkham City. And I don't know what I think about him. He kind of looks like a Big Daddy, like a small Big Daddy or a big sister from Bioshock. He's a lot bulkier than I'm used to. And his cool design and the trailer that they used to showcase with him, they're discussing either his wife or his girlfriend. I think her name's Nora. She's the whole reason that Mr. Freeze is evil in the first place. But Mr. Freeze will help Batman if Batman brings her back. And apparently Batman has nothing to do with that. But it looks really cool. You get to see some of his abilities. I'm really stoked and psyched about that game. It seems like these guys are putting a lot of attention to detail, and they really do care about the overall story. And it does seem like they also borrow a lot of elements in terms of design from the animated series. So I'm really looking forward to this game. What else? Dota 2 is getting ready to, or they announced that is going to be released. That was a really popular game. It spawned off games like League of Legends. A lot of people are super psyched about that. That is a PC-only game. I don't think they can do that on consoles. And other games that are getting ready to be released that were kind of under my radar. Deus Ex Human Revolution. I never played the first game, but I heard it got great reviews. And if the sequel also has great reviews as well, I'll at least rent the game. With so many other huge titles coming out, I don't know if I want to spend money and time on that. But if it has good enough reviews, I might pick it up. And the spiritual successor to the game Demon's Souls, which was a PlayStation 3 exclusive, is about to come out. And if you don't know anything about Demon's Souls, it was known for being extremely difficult but also very gratifying. It was an RPG game that had like a medieval fantasy theme. Lots of fun. It even had a co-op system. It was a little quirky, but pretty cool co-op system. I don't know if they're continuing on this co-op system for the new game. I'm sure they are, but yeah, really looking forward to that game. And it's no longer a PS3 exclusive. It's going to be on PC and Xbox as well. But let me know what you guys think of this, if you want me to do more videos like this. And as always, take it easy.